In 2020, the Ministry of Works and Transport changed the guidelines in the permits issued to drivers of taxis, lorries and buses by asking them to only have one class in their licenses. This in return created displeasure among the drivers who for so long had enjoyed the privilege of driving various vehicles given the previous training they underwent. The drivers went ahead and wrote to the Minister for Transport and Works to ask him to intervene. Today, a meeting was convened at the President's office in Kampala and the issues were rectified, with the Commissioner for Transport, Winston Katushave, allowing the drivers to have more than one class in their permits.
As truck drivers, as we know that we have three classes. We have the first class, we have the second class, and the third class where we have the poolings. So the person who used to be driving a semi-trailer was not allowed again to drive a semi-trailer. Was going back to what we call a katasa, the small trucks. And the one who was driving a pulling truck went back to a semi-trailer. So that was the challenge.
When you reach in Congo, Juba there, South Sudan, you are being arrested for over 5 years, other 3 years. So by the time you come back in Uganda, you find that the permit was cancelled.
We need to know how will you handle it, but we make sure all classes which were cancelled should go back. I have given them instruction starting from Monday 29. If you fall under this category of discrepancies, please go to UDLS, Wanoku Railway, so that the team can address these inconsistencies.
The other issue was that the drivers of taxis, lorries and buses were required to undergo training again when renewing their licenses, which has also been scrapped by the ministry.
So we are saying the drivers renewing lapsed licenses do not require a certificate of completion from a driving school. So if you are tested by the IOV in this category, you will not be required to come for a driving school unless a driver or an applicant has failed the test and is required to go for refresher training.
Also, the ministry has given room to the drivers who have conflicting data in regards to their driving license and national IDs, with some having unmatched data to allow them go and correct it.
We are looking at the nature of these drivers, especially like drivers whose livelihood basically is driving. So if you cut off such groups, one, you are not addressing employment issues. You are encouraging poverty in homes because these are breadwinners and they have nothing else to do. They have children to pay school fees. Of course, we are also looking at some of these social issues. In addition, of course, without compromising the issue of road safety.
The move has been welcomed by drivers.
An historical juncture for people, for drivers in the country, for people in the driving system, that now we are going to retain even those cancelled classes which were cancelled before. They are going to be retained back, reinstated. This is very great.
Each and every day we have been getting to the commissioners, getting to Minister of Works, writing to the minister, but we have not been given the feedback. But today we got the feedback, and that's good news that our business is going to be normal.
Raymond Tamale, NTV.